SeaJay here from Agate Enchantment and Rock Wizardry. If you're new to our channel, we are a learning channel to teach you how to be a better rockhound and how to be more creative with your rocks. Today we're going to show you how to drill agates and cool rocks. I hope you enjoy it. So,
Denny's here too.
yeah, Denny's
Hi
behind the camera today.
Let's see if you can see me. Yeah, hi guys, how you doing?
Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to show you all the tools that are needed to drill agates, jaspers, crystals, and other cool rocks.
All right, let's get into it, SeaJay.
So we're going to sit down and
I want to bring out too, on our sister channel, Danny PS1, which is just now changed, we've had over 85,000 views on drilling rocks. And so we wanted to go into a little bit more detail on this particular video.
Exactly. We wanted to show you more of the tools needed and the safety equipment needed and what types of rocks and the drill bits. They're pretty important when you go to drill with a rotary tool.
Let's talk about that rotary tool for a minute.
Okay.
We've had a lot of questions about that one, SeaJay.
So this rotary tool we bought years ago, and it you can't buy it anymore. It's a Mastercraft, but you can buy something like it. You can buy like a Dremel, you can buy a Forndam. There's other brands out there. You can look on Amazon. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands because it all depends on your purchase power and what you want in your rotary tool.
And guys, be sure when you do this, be sure to check your reviews. That comes into big play, especially like on Amazon. Check your reviews.
So, we buy our drill bits at Harbor Freight. Again, we're not sponsored.
So we've got a lot of them.
We have a lot of different drill bits. We even have cutting tools.
And that's a good idea too. SeaJay came up with this one. Is just took this cheap dollar store little container
and drilled it.
In it, drilled
See?
some holes. Yeah.
See?
Drilled
and
some holes in it.
You just, then your drill bit sits
so
right through.
Kind of organized because
yeah.
They can get really unorganized.
Yeah, and when you're searching through as many drill bits as we have, oh my God, what a problem.
Yes.
And figuring out which ones are still good and which ones aren't, because the drill bits that you need have diamond embedded in the tips. You have to have the diamond embedded tips to drill rocks. And when they get heated, well, the diamond goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
And basically they become dull.
Right.
So,
and even over time, guys, that happens as well. So if you drill, you know, we've had a lot of questions on how many rocks can I drill before that bit, you know, will go bad.
It all depends on how you drill,
it totally
what
does.
you drill. Chert takes less time and less effort to drill, whereas agate takes a lot. And some jaspers, especially brachiated jaspers. Rhyolite takes very little. Some petrified wood will take very little.
Depends on the silicon content.
Exactly.
Hey, SeaJay, can we go back to this because not everybody knows about what exactly this thing is.
This is a flex shaft. Ours came with a flex shaft. I recommend it simply because of the ease of use.
And it goes in there, you guys.
Instead of holding this whole unit, I'm only holding this. And when the vibration, when you're drilling a rock, there's a lot of vibration. It gets really noisy. I'm warning you right now. And since we're live, we're not going to be able to mute it. But the difference between the vibration in the whole unit compared to the flex shaft is heads and tails.
Huge.
Huge.
It's huge when you're doing it, because it's you know, in a lot of the drilling videos, you guys, you see stuff sped up. Well, it's kind of it takes a little bit longer than that. And so we kind of take that for granted when we're watching a video. So today you're actually going to see SeaJay go through an agate, and during that time, she's got a mic on, so she'll be able to explain to you also.
That's the agate I'm going to do.
Yeah, which has been previously cut on our 7-inch tile saw with a diamond blade, and then we tumbled it.
And that is, this one I chose in honor of Denny's new channel, Music Fun, because it's got a guitar in it.
Yeah. Definitely check out the new music channel. It's coming up today, and we're going to have lots of things for guitar reviews.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
anyway,
all that. Back to the drilling video.
So now we're going to go to the safety items. You want to have safety glasses, definitely.
That's a good idea.
Now, with things like, if things have like toxic metals in them, such as copper and arsenic, and because there are a lot of them out there, sulfur, a lot of bad chemicals are in rocks. So for those, you want to have a respiratory mask. What we're drilling today is agate. It does have silica in it, and it can cause silicosis. So today I'm going to be wearing a KN95 mask, and if you're from this planet, you're pretty familiar with them.
Yeah, we've all been wearing those, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt.
So we're going to put those on, and I'm going to try and talk through the mask, so it's going to be a little muffled, and I apologize, but...
That's okay. I got a big mouth. I'll talk to him while you're...
There you go. The other thing you want to have is some sort of lubricant in the water.
In the actual water.
Yeah, so...
She's going to demonstrate how to do that.
You're just going to do...
Put it underneath the water like
that.
that.
A couple squirts, just so there's lubricant for the drill bit. It'll keep it cooler along with the water.
Right, guys, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
No, you don't.
But it's a really good idea, and it really saves on the drill bit itself.
Yes, it does. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to start... One thing that I want to tell you is check your arbor, because...
What's an arbor? Tell them what an arbor is.
The arbor is the hole that the drill sits in, I think. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, the diameter of the drill bit needs to be the same diameter as your drill, as your flex shaft.
Yeah, so keep that in mind as you're buying and looking for... There's like 3 different sizes in these millis, or these minis here.
Yeah, it's a...
3 or 4 different sizes.
1/2, 5/8, and I think a quarter.
So keep that in mind as you're looking, like, online. Because you can find drill bits online too, guys. Amazon. So
yeah.
you can do that. Check your reviews too, and ask around if you're on Facebook. Be sure and ask around who's having success with which types of bits and stuff too. And we're always happy to help. And our emails are going to be in the description.
And also, if you are interested, please leave a comment on our video, because we respond as quickly as we can, usually within a couple of weeks, to any questions. So now we are going to...
Okay, I'm going to check to see who's online. Keep going.
Okay, so I am...
Archangel. Hey, Archangel.
Hi, Archangel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my safety gear on, because that's really important.
Now, she does most of her drilling underneath the water, you guys.
Exactly. So that does keep a lot of the silicosis down. And that's one of the reasons why I do it, is because it keeps a lot of the silica in the water, and it keeps a lot of the chips out of the air. Okay. So,
But it's always a good idea. Put a mask
Yes,
on.
it's
Save
always-
your lungs.
Exactly.
Silicosis is nothing to mess around with, man.
I learned at a very, I learned through the hard way. For when I was younger, I drilled a lot of rocks and cut a lot of rocks, and I didn't use a mask. Now I have a mild form of silicosis. There is no cure. Once you get it, you got it.
Yeah, so just be sure and use your safety
Exactly.
gear.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Denny hook up my forndom
Okay.
to where it's a little less
I'm going to try and put this
noisy.
in so you guys can see her. There we go, so we can see, and I'll zoom in on that as she's
Okay.
doing that.
So,
So, let me know when you're ready, CJ, and
Okay.
I'll crank her on for you.
all right. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go, guys.
So as you notice, I immerse the rock into the water, and then you bring the bit underneath the water, and you want to start from the back side so that you know, so that you don't chip the front side. So you bring it down. Come on. And you rock it back and forth. You rock it, and you want to spin it around, starting your pilot hole.
No matter what type of rock you're using, you guys.
Yeah. So you just want to rock it back and forth.
So right now, she's just getting started. Later on, she's going to straighten that hole out quite a bit.
Now, when you're holding the rock, you want to hold it with 2 fingers with your other hand, and kind of just you rock it a little bit when you're working it, and you want to bring it out of the hole, and then place it back in the hole so that water gets into that hole, so it keeps the drill cool, the bit cool.
Hey, thanks, Archangel. Thanks for the comment, man. Hey, Mohammed. Thanks for joining us.
So one thing that you want to do, make sure that you do, is that you occasionally lift it up so you can get water. Like I said, when the bit gets heated up, it goes bye-bye. The diamond, that is. And you're just, it takes pressure. It does not come easy.
Also, remember, you guys, to pull that bit out to clean it up as well. You got to pull it out. You don't let it get too hot. Now, you see how fast she got through that? And that's a good-sized bit, good-sized hole that we can now turn that into a necklace.
Or, what did you call it for the guitar? There you go. And it's drilled. He's trying to find the off switch.
Yeah, trying to find the off switch there.
So that is what it takes. And if you notice, there is a little bit of chipping, but since I haven't polished this, I will be able to, I will be able to polish those chips out on our slant cabber.
Or if you're going to throw it into a tumbler as well,
Yes.
you guys, you can throw it into a tumbler now, and it'll polish all those edges off for you with all of the grit and all that stuff.
Now, I also recommend if you're going to throw it into a tumbler, then you really want to make sure that you find some way to put like super glue in the hole, because if you use pellets, there's going to be pellets that are going to get stuck in there, and it's going to widen that hole. I recommend filling it with super glue, because then you can just immerse it into nail polish, and it'll eat away at the super glue. These are all the rocks that we looked at possibly drilling today. This is an
You guys want us to do another one?
this is a
Holler in if you do.
Sucker Creek agate. This is a crystal, an amethyst crystal that was collected from uh, from Hanson Creek up in Washington. This is Chert.
So let's talk a little bit, since you guys have seen one done, right? Let's talk just a little bit about the sizes you might want to use for the type of either jewelry or a keychain or that kind of stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the sizes. CeeJay.
So this one I think is a 3mm bit.
That's a 3 right
yeah,
there, yep.
That's a 3mm bit.
And they go as small as like, oh man, like 0.5.
Yeah.
So you can have one kind of like that,
See?
you guys. It's
See the different size?
Small.
Now, another one that is really good.
Let's see how it's tapered.
Is the ball.
But you're also going to, when you use the ball, you're going to want to do a pre-drill hole.
Yes.
Definitely,
because
but it'll help widen it out.
Yes.
It also helps taper out the holes on both sides, guys.
Exactly. And it'll also take some of those chips. So it'll also take some of those chips out. There's barrel. There's barrel.
Yeah, the barrels get really
There's
big.
There's point.
Too. And you can kind of use them as a grinder too.
There's
pretty cool. You can see we've used that one up a bit.
Ball.
But do you see how the diamond is still sparkling there, you guys, as the sun hits it? That's really important. If you start seeing like big bald spots, it's time to change bits.
It's time to throw it away.
Yeah, get rid of them.
Usually I use a barrel or I use a flame. It's also known as a flame or a point. Simply because I can angle it better. So.
Okay, so let me check the questions, CeeJay.
Okay.
Anybody got questions?
Do you have any questions for us? That's why we're doing this, is because a lot of people have asked us about the different things that are needed to do that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Whoops. There we go. Whoop. Well,
okay, sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Hope that didn't hurt your ears.
Yeah, so.
Live, you know.
Yeah, live always tends to be a lot rockier than.
Now, what haven't we covered? There's been just a ton of questions. So we've talked about the unit itself. We've talked about the safety gear.
Respiratory mask is these pods have to be replaced. They have to be replaced about once every 6 months, whether you're using them or not, because of the ambient air. And it's really important to make sure that you get a nice, good seal on your face.
Especially when you're doing the minerals and the stuff that's really damaging to your lungs and
copper, sulfur, crystals.
Especially.
Yeah, because those little sharp shards can go into your lungs and literally will rip you apart.
Yep. And
you start coughing up blood.
Not good for your lungs, guys. Okay, so what else haven't we covered? Okay, I think we've covered just about everything, unless I don't see anything.
Is there anybody that has a question?
Let's see. Angel, what's the hardest material to drill through?
A diamond.
Ah.
A diamond.
Archangel. Well, of course, but...
Because it's a 10. There's the Mohs hardness scale, which is 1 is talc and 10 is diamond.
Right.
So the hardest stone to drill is a diamond.
Well, since a lot of us don't have diamonds, it can really vary, Archangel, but when you get really highly silicated, like quartz, not so much crystal, but quartz agate, and a lot of times that can be a real challenge. And so what you want to do, like CeeJay just demonstrated, is you want to start out, and you want to do one more?
Okay.
Well, we'll do one more, but while she's doing that, I'll explain.
So topaz is a 9. between 8 to a 9. Diamond is 10.
Only done
Quartz.
topaz once, man, and that
I
use up 3 bits just getting through it.
Yeah. Quartz is a 6.5 to a 7. Sapphires are 7.5 to an 8. It's interesting because they all have different mold hardness. And the mold hardness is what determines how hard and how long it takes to get through. So if you want to see a side drill, which is what I would do with this one, because it's got a small fracture right up here, so I would actually drill it right down here.
Go ahead, do that
Okay.
one,
All right.
CJ. So this is a great example because a lot of times on rocks and stuff, guys, you have this
Internal fracture.
yeah, you have an
See,
internal fracture. I can get right up on it.
if
You
you
see
look
where
right
the
here,
crack is right
yeah.
there? See that one?
That's an actual internal fracture. We don't.
So rather than try and go through that, it might just crack the top of that off. She's just going to go right on straight through the side
I'm
of it.
actually going to go.
Mhm.
I'm going to start here because it's got a natural divot, and then I will drill through to here. Hopefully, the vibration won't further that crack, and I'll lose the point.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we're going to see.
Sometimes it's a
Okay.
crapshoot. Oh, we got the sun working for us there.
Okay, you want
You ready for some power?
to? Yeah.
Okay, here we go. It's going to get a little noisy, guys, but that's part of drilling. So first she's clearing away some of that rock, the exterior, the matrix, to get it out of the way to get to the agate. See what she's doing? Because if you try and drill through that, it'll make your drill bit move around.
Okay, guys, I'm putting on my eyeballs and using them as my safety glasses. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
I can see clearly now the matrix is gone. I can see all agates that are in my way. So now she can make a great start at starting to drill through that. So once again, she's moving back and forward to get her hole started. And then she'll start going more straight. Now, if you're working with a lot smaller rock, you guys, you're not going to want to be as drastic in your turning and moving to get your hole started.
You also want to make sure it's straight. As you can see, this one has a beveled edge, so it's kind of beveled on the outside. So I need to actually hold it on the top, this edge over here, to make sure that it goes in straight.
Notice as she gets to the end of the other side, she stops. She slows down with her pressure, you guys. This is really important. Otherwise, when you crack through on your hole, you're going to have problems because it's going to splinter out on you.
I need, okay, sorry guys, I've got to actually change my bit because it just, okay.
So that rock was so hard that
See how, see,
let me do it sideways.
see how bald it is on the tip? Up here.
Move your finger, hon.
Okay.
There you go.
So you can see right there, it's bald.
I'm trying to get it focused, you guys. Sorry. Let's see if I can get her hands out of the way. Oh, it's just not one. There it goes. Okay, a little bit better.
No, that one's dull.
Yeah, the tip of that's gone.
Okay, so
what we're gonna do is go to our assortment. This is a great opportunity to show you how it's changed out.
A good way to check the bit is if you take it to your lip and you rub it. You'll be able to feel the grit, and
then you know you'll have true grit, you guys. Bless your heart. Rest in peace, John Wayne.
Yep. Okay. So, I'm trying to find one that's there's one. Okay. This one is called a flame, and it's kind of a cross between a point and a point and a ball. And see the tip?
Let's see if I can get it in close in the sun here. I'm trying to get
Over
it so
here?
you guys can actually see it. And then let's put it in there.
See all that little, all the sparkle? That shows there's diamond on there. So you take.
Okay, here's your bit, and I'll hold back.
You take it and you
loosen up the
nut a little bit, pull it out, and I'm going to throw it away and put in the new one.
Making sure that the shaft fits, so be sure and check that before you go buy a bunch of bits, guys.
So that is as hard as it is. That's how easy it is to change the bit. You want to tighten it down, making sure that it's not going to come out.
Right, but you don't want to get ridiculous about tightening it down either. No, you don't need to.
It really shouldn't be very, very tight at all. So now we're going to go back to.
You ready?
Yeah, almost. I got to get my.
Right.
There we go.
There's the little wrench that we use.
Yeah, and your whatever rotary tool you use, it's going to come with a wrench. You're not going to have to buy a different one.
Okay, here we go, CJ.
Okay. Ready?
I'm going to finish this rock off. Out so we can take a look at it halfway drilled.
It's not even halfway drilled. It's only about a quarter of the way. Only about to there.
Notice that that's a water level agate, you guys. And so we have differing levels and types of silica with different minerals in it, which give her all our layers and our colors. And that's what makes it tough to drill.
And this is actually a Sucker Creek agate. So,
Super Creek.
yeah, Sucker Creek agates are harder than the beach agates. So, it takes a while.
So if you guys haven't seen our video on Super Creek, check it out. It's on the channel.
Another thing, you'll be able to hear the drag on the bit, and when you hear it drag, that lugging sound, you want to pull back. Wow.
You eat that one too?
Yeah, just about. Look at that.
Go with like a 2 mil and just finish the hole off, and then we'll widen it out.
I think we're through.
Okay.
I think we're almost through.
You can actually hear it when you get close. You can feel it when you're working it too, guys. You
No,
can really
we're not.
feel it.
No, we're not. Nope. See, it's already eaten through the bit.
Yep. So some rock, to answer your question, Archangel, some rocks are definitely harder than others, especially if they have different types of layers of silica,
Turn it off.
like in a. Let's see if I can. There we go. How about just put a 2
Yeah,
mil?
don't put your holder in until the bit is stopped.
Yeah.
It will
Yeah, you can.
it will burn out your motor and your fordham.
Yeah.
Or your flex shop. Not a good thing.
Okay, and a lot of times on the harder types of rock too, when you're working it, it's a really, really good idea to start out with a pilot hole.
Yes.
You know, like a 2 millimeter. I wouldn't go 3 millimeter. I'd start with a 2 millimeter pilot hole. Get it all the way through the rock. Then a little bit at a time, widen it out with one of those. It depends, though. It depends on what you're working on. You get it?
No, I can't.
You want me to get it? Here.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. So let's try it. Here we go.
No, it's the other way, I think.
No, I'm loosening it.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're turning it, and it's.
All right. Well, I can't hold the
Okay.
camera and do that at the same time, sweetie. No, it's this way. You're tightening it. There you go. We're getting it. Okay.
Where did the
You
bit?
get it?
Well, I'm trying to find the. I got it.
Okay. All right. Ours is really old. We've been using this model for going on
6 years.
almost 6 years. Really good, Black & Decker. Unfortunately,
no, it's
they're...
a Mastercraft.
Oh, yeah, Mastercraft, sorry.
No.
Yeah, it needs to come.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna...
I'm gonna hold the camera.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
So as you can see, that flame tip got
Let's
eaten.
see. There it goes.
And if you look right here on the end, you can see the
Let's
dull
see if
point.
I can bring it up. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that to focus for you guys. It just cameras, man. No, it's not going to. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't think I can tilt it up, but you get the idea. The diamond's gone. There we go. Doing our little taste test there. Don't try this at home, kiddies.
No, that one looks dull. Yeah, honey, I think for my birthday, I want a new set of drill bits.
Well, yeah. What about that guy? Go through it with that one. That'll go through it.
There's no diamond on the end, honey. Oh, there's a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
There's a little bit. So.
Take it easy on it.
Yeah.
You're going through some pretty heavy silicated stuff there.
Yeah. Whereas this one, it would be going through in just seconds.
So, yeah, so
and you
good
saw
comparison.
Saw how fast I did this one.
And that's just pure white agate there with a little bit of yellow in it. Petrified wood, it's a toss-up, you guys. You use petrified wood if it's a softer type wood and with less minerals. It'll go through pretty easy, but if it's
Jasper
very
replacement,
very silica loaded, that could be a real problem.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, you go through really quick.
Yeah.
This stuff, Jasper. Oh yeah, you get through that in no time at all.
Yeah, see, we're just at halfway right now.
Don't hold it up by your face because it wants to focus on your face. There we go.
There you go.
Okay, you all set?
Yeah,
all right, we're going to finish this one off, and I'm going to hopefully be able to take a look at your questions here.
All right.
Nice. That's such a cool rock.
Yeah.
But certain regions too. I'm going to try and put it in here, you guys, so you guys can see it.
Okay.
Once you get started, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're going to finish this rock off. I'm going to go check for questions real quick on the laptop. If I can't zoom. There we go. Zoom in a little bit.
And we're through.
Okay, Stacy asked a really good question. I'll pull it back.
All right.
Stacy asked a really good question. I'm going to turn this off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can't get to that.
Okay.
And I kind of answered her, but I didn't really get time because I was working the camera there. She said, do you ever have to put a rubber mat in the bottom of the glass dish?
No, because
good question.
Because I really don't hold it completely against the
Neither do
glass.
I. Yeah.
And I move it a lot. And also I made sure that I bought Pyrex.
Yeah, you don't want to use cheap glass on this. You don't want to end up
excuse me.
You don't want to end up going through the glass or something.
So,
but most times you're not even really leaning on the glass itself. Your fingers are there to help support them.
And at first you put your fingers like this. You hold the rock like this, right? Or like this, where you're holding it against the glass. But as you continue to drill, you start picking it up.
Absolutely.
So you can judge the pressure that is necessary to, it's like you can actually hold it and feel the vibration in the stone that you're getting close, and you can hear the tone. It is a learning process. The first time I drilled a stone, I broke it because I pushed too hard and it shattered. Also, a learning tool was wasn't using water and I wasn't using a mask. So there was a lot of silica dust all through the air.
Yeah.
Not good.
Nope. You always want to use water, and
Yes.
and we always use lubricant. You don't have to, but we really highly advise you do.
Because
Use some kind of lubricant. It's cheap too. You know, good old WD-40. It's been around for centuries.
Or
Good
if you don't
silicone spray, whatever.
Or if you don't use WD-40, put a little Dawn in the water, a little blue soap.
That works great too.
You know, dishwasher
We've definitely experimented with that.
Yeah, but this is now ready to go onto the slant cabber, or it's ready to go into a tumble, and it'll make a beautiful piece of jewelry. I hope. Do you have any? Is there any other questions that you might have?
Hey, our email is also in the description. If you want to follow up with an email about a very specific question, you guys, by all means, email us and let us know. Happy to.
Either that or
suggestions for another video.
Yeah.
We've done so many and covered so many subjects, we're running out of subjects. So, by all means, throw us some suggestions for videos, too.
Please do.
Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. We really appreciate you.
And remember, get out there, get rocking, and find your treasure today.
There we go. Let's see if we can figure out how to do this now. There we go.